Okay, today we're gonna make some octopuses. So this pattern you can actually use depending on the type of yarn and the size of the hook. You can make them either small, medium, or really big. These are like the chenille type of yarn. It does go by fast, but then it does hurt my hand. I don't know about you, but the thicker the yarn, the more I think strength we have to use. So today I'm gonna do the medium one. So we're gonna start with a magic ring. I'm gonna chain one. For this type of pattern, I'm making 8 as the first row. And you remember the first row, try to make it a little bit more on the loose side. And I'll tell you why at the end. Five, 6, 7, 8. Why we're making it loose? Because when you pull the string, it'll be easier. Because the tighter you make those stitches, the harder it is. It's going to be to pull that tight. Okay, slip stitch, and then you're going to chain one. I'm going to put 2 single crochets in each. That should give you 16 at the end of the second row. And you're going to slip stitch. And you remember my little trick here. That's the slip stitch, that's the first chain. So those don't count. If you're adding stitches in here, then you're increasing where you're not supposed to. And then your project will become very big. And probably not meant to be that way. Okay. So the third row, it's a little bit trickier because we're not doing the 1 and then 2 increase. We're actually doing 2. We're going to do 1 single crochet, another single crochet, and then 2 in the next one. So this will be the pattern all the way through. And I've come up with this pattern. It's kind of a blend of other patterns that I've seen, and I think this one works the best for me. So that's what I'm teaching. 1, 2, and then 2 in this. And you'll notice when you get to the end, you'll end up with 1 single crochet, and that's okay. Just checking my work. Okay, so for the next 3 rows, we're not going to do any increases. And you guys, if at any point you feel like the video is getting too fast and you can't follow, you can always slow it down because YouTube has a feature. It's like a little setting on the right hand corner. On the top, it looks like a little flower. You can click on it and then slow it down. And you can zoom in too, which is kind of neat. So I've been told I go too fast, but that's what happens when you have 30 plus years of experience, and this becomes kind of second nature. last round. So in total, you're going to have 6 rows. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, and then here you're gonna add the little ice. It's called safety ice for toys. I usually do it just an eyeball, the second row from the bottom. These are like kind of like backings, like an earring. Push it in so that it stays. And I skip about 1, 2, up 2. I mean, that's up to you really. This is more of a personal thing. Okay, now we're gonna do the legs. So this is a little tricky, so I'll try to go a little slow for you guys. So first we're gonna start with chains. We're gonna do 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the general rule, we skip that first chain, right? So in the next change, the second change from the hook, you're gonna do 2 single crochets. And the next one, 2 and 2, and then same in the last one, because it creates this little curve. Okay, here's the tricky part. When you're looking at the stitches, you see it kind of looks like a chain, right? So there's the fronts and then the back loop. For this row, we're just doing on the front, so we're going to do just the front. See, so I kept that chain back here, right there. Single crochet. We're going to do 3. And then we're going to make a leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, 2 in each. Then front again, we're just doing 2 for this one. 2, 3, 4. This was a very popular little toy at the boutique that I did for my daughter's school last winter. I probably made easily 100 of these, little ones at least. Mostly in keychains. Kids seem to like the keychains. Okay, so we'll repeat that pattern. So you see here, we're going to do 3 single crochet, 2, and then 3, and then 2. Keep going all the way to the end. I'd consider this like a beginner to intermediate level because of the slightly difficult details to it. But I think once you get the hang of it and then the pattern of it, it'll be very easy. getting down to the final leg here. One more leg, 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay, now we can technically close this out. And it's okay if it's the gap is a little bit bigger than what I intended, but as you can see, kind of doesn't matter. All right, so do you remember the back loops that we didn't work in? We're gonna actually go into those now. I know it's a little tricky to see, but if you look here, you'll see that line, those lines. That's what we're gonna go into. Oh, that's good. If I can get into one. There you go. Okay, slip stitch. So the closing round, we're gonna do this pattern. I'm gonna do 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and then decrease. Decrease. Remember how we decrease is that we go into the hole, pull up the loop, go into the next stitch, pull in the loop, and then pull through all 3. I'll do it again slowly for you guys. 1, 2. So behind, go into 1, 2. And now you have 3. You're gonna pull through all 3. That's your decrease. 1, 2. Decrease. Don't worry too much about the stitches at the end because it'll still work out no matter how we do it. If I could find it. You end up with an extra one. That's okay. So here we are. I'm going to close it out. Actually, I am going to keep going because I still have a few more to go. 1, 2. Okay, now we're at the end. So there's that chain. We're going to skip that chain. I'm going to slip stitch into the first one. Okay, so we're here. I have that hole. And this is one I would put in the stuffing. Like I mentioned before, try not to overstuff too much. But depends on how stiff you want your little toy or soft. This is kind of plushy, you know, you can always, it's meant for kids, so I wouldn't make it too tough for them. Okay, okay, last round. Last round is no decrease. So we'll just go through 1 in each stitch, 1 single crochet in each. And you're done. So now you're going to keep a little bit of a tail so that you could weave it in. And you're going to close it out. So again, we're going to go, you see all the chain looking like stuff here. You're going to go into the front and then the back. And you want to make it a little faster, then you can do it like this. Kind of creates this little V, right? at this point, if you want to add more stuffing, you could do that before you close it out. Because once you close it, it's not going to be able to stuff anything else in. Okay, and now just pull super tight. Careful not to rip the yarn because that's happened to me too many times. And then you go back into the hole. Now you're just hiding the yarn. So since it's bottom, I don't think it really matters how you hide it. And that's it. That's your little octopus. So let me know, how did it go for you guys? Was it hard, easy? Was it going too fast? Any feedback is greatly appreciated. So I'll see you next time. Thank you.